Welcome. We'll kick this off with a fun story. This is supposed to be the recording of a live Zoom that we just wrapped up only 15 minutes ago, but being the tech whiz that I am, I forgot to hit the record button. And here we are recording again after I finished the session. But the upside is that I won't have to duck in and out of the Zoom interface. So hopefully this flows a bit more smoother than if this was a recording of the actual Zoom. So thanks for joining me. My name's Aaron Whitnish. If you don't know who I am, I run the digitalmarketingagency.com.au. I won't spend any time on that. I'll quickly gloss over that towards the end. I want to dive straight in and get to the juicy stuff because we're going to cover 5 different strategies you can use to generate clients using the LinkedIn platform without any advertising budget. So this caters to businesses of any scale, whether you're bootstrapping and starting out by yourself or you're a multi-million-dollar corporation. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your account. You can jump in and execute on what we share today. Very powerful strategies as well. So I want to kick off with this notion and putting a mindset suggestion before we dive into LinkedIn, and that's what's the highest lifetime ROI use of LinkedIn. When people think LinkedIn marketing, they've probably been on the receiving end of some cold outreach where someone's contacted them that they're not too familiar with some sort of pitch. In this session, we're going to pivot from that style of LinkedIn marketing, and we're going to go into some ways that from one relationship you can generate multiple transactions. So it could be several projects, a new client stream, a really big fish that you'd like to land as a client, one-to-many opportunities with LinkedIn where you can get multiple clients from one effort. So the strategies I'm going to talk about are quite leveraged and can hopefully, executed properly into your business, generate a lot of revenue into the future. So we'll dive in and just think about that question for a moment. What is the highest lifetime ROI use of LinkedIn? And hopefully by the end of this session, we've answered that for you. So I'm going to kick off with the first strategy. And what we're going to do is show you how to get to the decision maker of any company, any organization, regardless of where they are in the world and regardless of their size, as long as they're set up on LinkedIn. So this is a really powerful process if you've ever wanted to pursue, say, government contracts, or there's a major project coming up that you'd love to tender on, or there's big businesses that you would love to add value to and take on as a client. How do we get to the person that we need to get to inside that company in a way that we can't do with traditional advertising? So if we're running a Facebook or Google advertising campaign, chances are we're not going to be interrupt that high-level person on those platforms and then get them to take action on an ad. Also, if we go through other routes, we're probably going to run into gatekeepers such as receptionists, EAs, and other people working at the company. So I'm going to show you how to get around all that, get to the person that you need to get to open up some really powerful business opportunities. So I'm going to jump over to LinkedIn, dive straight in and demonstrate how to do this. So for the strategy I'm about to show you, there's a lot you can achieve with the free LinkedIn platform, but for this particular one, to do what we need to do, we're going to use the Sales Navigator tool, which is in the top right of my browser on LinkedIn. If I click that and open it up. Now, if you're one of the lucky people watching this who's never used this before, just give me a shout out. I've got some referrals that I can use from Sales Navigator, and it gets you 2 free months. So first in, first serve, I've got 10 of them. So once they're used up, they're used up. And if you haven't used Sales Navigator before, they'll give you a free trial for a month. So that's exciting. And if you've already got it, you've already got it. So here we are. So to find the business that you're looking for, you're going to see 2 options: lead filters and account filters. We're going to click on account filters. So this is specifically looking for businesses and organizations. And I'm going to use the example of a financial services company in Melbourne doing between $1 and $5 million in annual revenue. So that could be the ideal client that I can best solve problems for with the solutions that my company offers. So if I go to geography, first of all, I'm going to put in my location. And you can go as wide or as narrow as you want with this. You can go all the way down to your postcode, as you can see, postal code there, all the way out to an international audience. So you've got a lot of flexibility here. Come over here, type in your industry. So what industry is your ideal client in? So if I punch in financial services for this demonstration, then we're going to go down to annual revenue, and we're going to look for 1 to 5 million. So I put in 1 and 5, click add. And you'll see I brought up 478 businesses in Melbourne that meet my target client criteria in this example. Now, another thing I can do is come down to relationship and see that I actually have 2 people in my network already that are in these audiences, which is really powerful. So there might be some pre-existing goodwill there. So you can do this for any business of any size, all the way up to Fortune 500 or Fortune 50 companies. But let's go ahead with this example. So if I click search, I'm going to bring up these businesses. Now we're going to go through and see how to find the decision maker or the person that you need to get to for this strategy to work for your business. So this brings up those 478 businesses that I'm looking for. It'll give me the number of employees, estimated annual revenue. If I click on view all employees, this is where I can start to find my decision maker. So let's say you could be looking for the head of marketing, the head of sales, the CEO, the CFO. You can find that person using these filters. So you can see the CEO is here and a whole variety of other department heads and employees. If I want to find the director, for example, I come down to title and I want to make sure it's current, and I type in director and I select director from my titles. And that's going to bring up all the directors working at this company. So now, if that's my decision maker, I've actually found them. So let's say Andrew was the decision maker that I was looking for. I can click on Andrew's profile, and depending on what my strategy is with this opportunity is going to determine my next step. So if I'm looking at a long-term play, so there's future possibilities with Andrew, I might be looking just to connect, engage, get on the radar, and then when there's some reciprocation, so you've been commented on some posts, gone back and forth a few times on the LinkedIn platform, and you understand that they know who you are, that's when you actually reach out and make contact for them. That's a very powerful way to do it if you're playing the long game. If it's more urgent and you're looking to get some sort of opportunity in front of Andrew, now you can see this message button. So by using this LinkedIn Sales Navigator tool, we've been able to find who we need to find and found many different avenues where we can reach out and make contact and present what we need to present to Andrew. Let's do another example and we'll look at government administration. So I'll go back to my home page on Sales Navigator. I'll click on account filters, and let's say I want to pursue a council or some sort of government contract. I can put in my state or city or postcode, whatever you want to target. And when it comes to industry, I'm going to type in government administration. And you can see I got 595 results. Click search. And now I can just browse and I can add in more information if I want to. I could put in a keyword. So if you're looking for a specific council, you might type in the name of that council in here. So Maroondah or Whitehorse is some of the councils that I've grown up in. But you can find the department you're looking for, and the same thing. You can click on the employees at this government agency or council department, and you can come down to title. Let's say I'm looking for the project managers at the NDIS because I want to be able to support some projects that they're rolling out. Make sure you spell it correctly. And I'm able to bring up the 39 project managers working at the NDIS. And again, go find the one that's relevant for the opportunity that I'm pursuing, and then come up with the appropriate next steps to open up that relationship. So that's how you can go find big fish, big contracts, big projects that can add a lot of revenue to your company. And if you're successful with one of those contracts or projects, chances are you might get many more on the back end of that relationship. So this is very powerful, and we've had many clients get their foot in the door with some of these opportunities and land 7-figure plus contracts as a result within a few months of getting started with a LinkedIn marketing strategy. So this is very powerful stuff. So now we will go over to the second strategy, which is strategically aligning yourself with complementary businesses, influencers, groups that have the same clients but aren't in direct competition. And you can imagine if you create some sort of win-win referral arrangement or some sort of incentive-based deal, you might open up a brand new multi-client stream for your business where that one relationship sends you 10, 15, 20 clients every year. And that hasn't required any form of advertising or paid marketing. So this is the power of the joint venture strategy and creating multiple transactions from one relationship. So for example, you might be a conveyancer and you could joint venture with a real estate agent. You could create a joint venture with a mortgage broker. You could create a joint venture with a buyer's advocate and consistently refer each other business and open up 2 or 3 brand new client streams that are going to feed you for the lifetime of that relationship. So this is the type of mindset you want to adapt. You might be a nutrition store and you want to align yourself with a gym, and you might be able to send people to the gym for a free 30-day trial membership, and they might be able to send their gym clients with a code to get 15% off their nutritional supplements and protein and so forth. So just think about the different dynamics you can set up. Then you could also partner with a personal trainer, a recovery center, a massage therapist. So the goal is to create multiple joint ventures that don't conflict with each other. You wouldn't create 2 of the same joint venture because that's probably out of integrity. Just one in each application that complements the business that you do. So let's go and have a look at this particular example. So again, I'll go back to my Sales Navigator. This time I'm going to click on lead filters, and this is because I'm looking specifically for people, less than I'm looking for businesses. So if I click on lead filters, and let's say I'm a conveyancer and I want to JV with a local real estate agent, I can come to geography and I can put in my postal code, Box Hill North, and I can choose my radius. So let's say within 15 kilometers of where my office is or my location. Go to industry, put in real estate, come down to title and look for, again, real estate agent. I'm going to look for the decision makers at the real estate agency, so the owner, partner, director. Better select director if I'm going to add it in. And you'll see I've got 61 results. Then I might also look at the size of that agency, because a bigger one employs more than 10 people might have capacity to refer a lot more conveyancing clients to me. So I might select a headcount of 11 to 50 employees. So now I've brought up my results of 14 local real estate agencies with 11 or more employees. And I can go through with the strategy of approaching them to say if they'd be open to a mutual referral relationship. And I'm going to show you how to frame that. So this is the winning template out of all the clients and campaigns we've run looking to set up these mutual referral relationships. This is the template that's crushed it. So you're welcome to take that and adapt it for your target joint venture partner. And I'll read it out to you with an example. So it could be, hi John, thanks for connecting. We're over at Westfield Doncaster at Aaron's Conveyancing. We're looking to partner with one amazing local real estate agency to discuss a potential win-win referral arrangement. Are you open to a quick chat? Thanks, Aaron. As you can see, someone's going to be a lot more responsive to a win-win referral relationship than if you're a cold outreach with some sort of other opportunity, because you're saying, hey, we're looking to send business your way. And if you're not going to send it to them, you're going to send it to one of their competitors. And in this scenario, the commission a real estate agent earns on a potential client is probably a lot more than what a conveyancer gets for their services and fees. So very powerful. And the other thing you'll notice here is one amazing local. So this helps to prize you. If you say we're only going to partner with one, it puts you in the position to make that decision. Who aligns with your values? Who has the best reputation? Who do you feel has the best synergy? So they're competing for this opportunity with you, not the other way around. So this is super powerful, and you only need one of these relationships to be established and to work for it to be very successful. And you can see an example over here on the right of the type of responses that you get when you send this to people. This was setting up a JV with a pharmacy. So really powerful. So take this and adapt it. And like I said, you might find 2, 3, 4 different joint venture opportunities with different applications. Like I said, with the conveyancer, it could be a mortgage broker that handles the financing side of clients because they're not necessarily in competition with the real estate agents. It could be a buyer's advocate. So you can set up 3 or 4 different JVs with different businesses in your local area that aren't in conflict, and create 3 or 4 client streams that fill your business up all year round without advertising, and will convert very highly because they're getting sent to you in good faith and told that you're the person to deal with for conveyancing in this example. So we'll do another quick example. So let's say you were that nutrition store and you're looking for gym owners. I'll go back to the start. Lead filters. Sometimes you can sharpen up the process and put in keywords like gym owner. And again, put in my geography by a postal code within a 15-kilometer radius, industry, health, wellness, and fitness. Got 222 already. And again, seniority level, looking for the owner. And I might look for a gym again that's of a certain size, so 11 to 50 employees, knowing that they're going to have a larger client base than someone with less employees than that, more than likely. So if I click search, I brought up my 18 owners of fitness businesses or gyms that I could look at setting up a strategic joint venture relationship with for my nutrition store. So you can see how powerful LinkedIn can be when you've got the right strategy. And if you think beyond just going to the end client, where you might be able to get just the one transaction, and looking at scenarios where you can get multiple transactions from the relationship and several clients by establishing it. Strategy 3 is for anyone in advisory. So this took us a while to formulate a strategy that works as an agency for coach, consultants, accountants, people that are in businesses where there's a lot of competition and a lot of alternative choices out there that need a platform to be able to educate their potential clients and create a point of differentiation to show how they can solve their biggest problems, how they have the solutions that they're looking for. And the great thing is you can do this completely free using the LinkedIn platform. So what you're looking to do here is a one-to-many scenario. So you can set up a Zoom, it could be a Google Hangout, a Teams on using Microsoft software. You might do it in person at your office or at a hotel, but you're going to have a room of 10, 20, 30, 40 prospective clients that aren't working with you yet. And you're going to go ahead and add value and get them some results in advance. And then at the end, offer an opportunity to apply or see how your paid solutions can help them further. And you can fill up these events using this strategy that I'm about to show you. So I'll duck over to LinkedIn and go through these steps. So if you go to the free LinkedIn platform, and you'll see down here events, there's a little plus sign. If you click on that, you can go ahead and set up your event in about 2 to 3 minutes. And just put in the details, cover photo, whether it's online or in person. If it's online, you put in your link to your Zoom or your Hangout or your Teams. This is the most important step in the process. So you've got 75 characters to get a strong hook as to why someone will come and join you for this session. And that's how you want to frame it: session, training, workshop, seminar, training. I think I already said that. If you get this part right, you'll get a lot of people put their hand up and register to come along. If you get it wrong, you'll probably get crickets. So I'm going to give you a formula that we use, and this applies to all marketing. The headline or the subject line is always the most important part of the marketing process. So before you change anything else in marketing, this is where you start with the hook or the angle that you're using to get someone's attention. So X steps to X result in X time frame. You just need to substitute in to match your target clients and the results and time frames that you want to showcase something that you can deliver for them. So I've got a few examples here. 5 steps dentists can use to legally minimize tax in 2022. And I've done that deliberately. So let's say you're an accounting firm, you might use LinkedIn to focus on a particular type of business or person that you know you can get the best results for and really stand out. So you build your network full of dentists or dental business owners, and then you can run these educational sessions and customize the entire training just for them, which means you're going to have a much better chance of converting them over to your firm. So you can put in whatever type of clients you get the best results for: construction, legal, whatever it is. And that applies to any type of advisory business. The narrower you go, the easier it's going to be to pick up targeted clients. The wider you go, you probably get more people potentially showing up, but it will convert a lot lower. Another one, 3 exercises sales executives can use to shred fat in just 10 minutes a day. 7 strategies for investors to purchase under market value properties in 2022. 5 marketing tactics to fill your gym at capacity in 37 days. 3 strategies to add $50,000 in value to your property in 2 weeks. So you get the drift, just adapt it to apply and be the strongest possible hook in the shortest possible time frame for your target client. Once you set your event up, I'm going to show you how to fill it up with your target clients. So if we go over to the event that I just ran, and what you'll normally see here is an invite link. And what you can do is click invite, and it'll allow you to go through your entire network and invite anyone. You can filter down. So let's say I wanted to invite accountants. I go to the filters up the top and I go to industry accounting, and I can go through and select every single accountant in my network, click the blue invite button and invite them to come along to my event. The reason I can't do it right now is because the event's over. And so I can fill up this event for free and have prospects put their hand up and say, yes, I'm interested in the solutions and the information you have, and start to get a feel for who in my network is someone that we could potentially work with as a client. And if we go to manage attendees, you'll get a look at the metrics. So for this event that we just did that I forgot to hit record on, we invited 292 people on LinkedIn. And from that, 33 people attended, so roughly 10%. So 1 in 10 people that we invited to learn these LinkedIn marketing strategies have gone ahead and said, yes, I'd like to come. Every single one of these people that have put their hand up now, they've requested something from me. So I can now go to them and say, hey, here's the recording of this LinkedIn marketing training. So I'm going to them with something that they've asked for. I'm not going to them cold, saying, hey, you don't know me, but we run a LinkedIn marketing agency. Maybe we can help you get some clients. I'm saying, hey, here's a value added training that you've asked for. Would you like access to it? I'll flick it across. And it's a much nicer way as an advisor to build up a pipeline of potential clients or prospects that we can help with our services, and how you can do it as well without doing the cold, icky outreach to people that go, okay, red flags, I don't know you, why are you messaging me? So this is a real game changer. And if we have a look at a screenshot here, we did one in September last year, and I invited a lot more people from my network, and I think we had 70 people put their hand up just from LinkedIn alone to say they wanted to come to the event. So very powerful way to talk, as I said, to 10, 15, 20, 30 people at once, teach them some cool things just like you're learning right now about LinkedIn marketing, so you can see what we do, how we're different, how we separate ourselves from other people that offer marketing services, and then make up your own mind whether you feel what we do can help you or is a fit into the future, or just take what we show you and do it yourself. So people either get value for free and can go out and win that way, or they can engage you if they want it done for them. So really powerful strategy for advisors. Strategy number 4 is an obvious one, but a lot of people don't invest the time, energy, and effort into this. This is about building your target network. So as I said, if you're planning on focusing on a particular group, so it could be dental business owners, you want to be building that network up every single week so you increase your prospect pool. And that means any activity, anything that you do on LinkedIn moving forward, everyone that joins your network will get the opportunity to see you. And with time, that visibility increases trust. They'll start to know who you are and what you do, which means that out of those hundreds and thousands of people that eventually join your network, you're going to intermittently have people reaching out, referring people to you, and also have opportunities to deploy any marketing strategy you want to the people in your network at any time. And then you can also increase your company followers for free using LinkedIn with the invite credits that they give you, so you increase the value of your brand and digital asset. If someone sees that your company has several followers, that people are engaging and interacting, and so you look to exit that business one day, someone's going to say, hey, your business reaches hundreds of people a month that are the target clients that the company works with. That increases the value of the business and the desire for someone to acquire it. So there's a whole lot of back-end long-term strategy going into what I'm showing you right here. So how do you go ahead and increase your target network with your ideal clients? So very similar to some of the things that we've looked at. So you go to Sales Navigator and you want to create an audience. So we go to lead filters, and let's say it's dental business owners that I want to add to my network. So I can choose my geography, start close to home, and then branch out. So whenever I'm building my target network, I'll usually start where I live, go wider, and just keep inviting people that are a great fit so my network gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So let's start with Melbourne, and I can go dentist. And again, we go to seniority level, owner, director, partner. Click search. Now I don't have to be as specific with this because I'm just adding people to my network. I'm not going to worry too much about the size of their businesses and so forth, because I'm going to be sending around 50 to 100 invitations a week. So I go through my list, connect, send the invitation, and start adding these dental business owners to my network if that's my target client. So if I send 50 invitations, usually expect somewhere between 30 and 40% to accept that. So let's say you send 10, maybe 3 or 4 will join your network. Anything above that is fantastic. And slowly you're adding potential prospective future clients into your network that are going to see exactly what you're doing on LinkedIn, and you can deploy a future strategy on them. So it's that simple. You can save your audience, so you can come back and keep adding people. So you could save this as Dental Business Owners Melbourne. And like I said, once you've done connecting with this audience, you might branch out to Sydney or Australia wide and just keep growing your network that way. Now, to grow your company followers, again, we'll go back to LinkedIn, and I'll go to my company page here, the digitalmarketingagency.com.au. Every month you're going to get invitation credits here. LinkedIn give you 100, and as you can see over here, the number of followers and so forth that have joined in the last 30 days and how many people we've reached. If you go to admin tools, invite connections, if you've got any credits, you'll be able to go ahead and invite target clients to follow your business and your company on LinkedIn. So I'll go to a page that we don't use and show you what that looks like. So if I go to admin tools, invite connections, and let's say I wanted to only invite my target clients and they were accountants as an example, I can apply the accounting industry to my filters and then go through, select accountants in my network, click invite, and then I'm building a nice targeted following of prospective clients for my company brand on LinkedIn. And each month you can go through and you'll pick up 20, 30 new followers a month by using your 100 invitations and slowly build up the brand organically with this strategy. So that leads us to number 5, the premium content model. Now this is an area where I understand as a business owner, it can get overwhelming. It can bring up things like I don't have time. What do I write about? What do I post about? But the way you're going to become successful at generating new business and opening up client opportunities is by being a trusted authority and thought leader in your industry. And the way you do that is by adding the most value and having the best content on the platform. So if you look at content like a marathon and go, when I'm starting out, I don't have as big a network as I'll have in the future. I don't have as many company followers, so I'm not going to get heaps of reach and engagement. But as that continues to grow, as I keep adding more people, get more followers, I'm going to reach more, I'm going to get more engagement, interaction. 12, 24 months down the time, you're going to have one of the most powerful brands and businesses on the platform, which means people are going to instantly gravitate towards you when they're looking for a solution. So how do you create content that's super effective on LinkedIn? First thing is, the best time that we've found to post when we're posting for our clients in our own business is generally in the morning between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. One of the best days is Tuesday. So if you're going to write content, put it out at a time where there's a lot of interaction and a lot of people using the platform. You can also get good results in the evening and when people are sort of signing off for the day. So post at that time. The next one is quality over quantity. You can be everywhere, but posting very average posts. So it could be memes and sharing other people's stuff. People will see you, but they won't see you as a thought leader and authority because you're just not creating value. So they'll know who you are, but they won't go, oh, this is someone that can give me the solution that I'm after. So go for this type of content that we've got down here, how-tos. So a lot of the content we do are videos showing people how to execute a strategy on LinkedIn. So this is how you increase your company followers. This is how you find a decision maker. So people can see our capabilities and they can get value from consuming that. You could also write it if you don't want to record a video. Here's 7 steps to X result. Just follow these. Social proof is another thing that you can do for content. So client testimonials, case studies, different things that you've been working on, which shows pre-selection that other people are working with you in the marketplace. With projects, you can announce when you've been awarded a project, when you're working on the project, and after you completed the project. So you can do lots of different things with that. If you ever get stuck, behind the scenes is a great one. So you can literally go, hey, today this is in the office, I'm with John here, this is what we're working on, or the team's prepping and we're working on this scenario, and just document and share what you're actually doing. That's one of the easiest ways to create content if you're unsure. A very powerful one if you want to get into conversations and engagement and interaction with other people in the industry is to run commentary on trending topics in the news. So if you go to Google Trends and you open that up, you can find anything that's popular and taking off by selecting your country. And you'll see the generic stuff that's happening at the moment. So Cyberpunk, Prince Andrew, if you jumped on any of these topics, there's going to be some sort of interaction with people jumping in to have their say, but it also might not be relevant to what you do in your market. So this is why you come up here and search for a term or topic. So if you're in the construction industry, you might search for something related to that. And then you can grab that trending topic and then take it to LinkedIn, post about it, give your 2 cents, your commentary, what you feel about it, share it with everyone, and watch that piece of content take off. So there's another thing that you can do to be a thought leader and be bringing the latest information to your space. And educational, like I said, whenever you show someone how to do something or make them understand how something works, solve a problem for them, it's going to be a great piece of content that's super valuable. So we created the REV formula. So these are the 3 things you want to consider when you're creating a piece of content. You don't have to use all of them, but if you do, it works in your favor. So the first one is this relevant to my end client and my industry and my audience? It doesn't always have to be, so it's okay to share some of your personal values. You might be into health and fitness, so hey, this is me going for a run on the weekend. I find that this helps me show up fresh, clear-headed to do great work for our clients during the week. So if you bring in some of those personal values, you can also attract clients that share the same personal values, because they'll see that and go, hey, I love exercising and working out too. But try and keep it relevant as often as you can. Entertaining, so videos and things like that, if you can add a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of fun, comedy, humor, lots of things happening in the background and or around you, that can get retention up so people consume more of the content. And then valuable, if people leave better having consumed the content than when they came across it, that's a huge result. The final thing to do is your hashtags. Pick 5 relevant hashtags for your niche and your marketplace and audience. So for example, we have a client that does organic hygiene solutions. So we'll use hashtags like hygiene solutions, hygiene management, sustainability, circular economy. So from my research, you want to use around 5 hashtags. You don't want to go too much more than that. You can Google and just clarify that if you want to. But if you pick 5 keywords, keep using them over and over again to make sure you're showing up in the appropriate searches that are the best fit for your company on LinkedIn. So that's the next thing that you can do. Now, what happens is if you're consistent with content and you do become a thought leader, and we see this with our clients that we've been working with for 1 to 2 years, all of a sudden you get this inbound effect where every single month you get people reaching out to the business, asking about engaging their services. So it goes from you being someone that's outbound, contacting and reaching out to opportunities, to inbound where you've dominated that space and people are coming to you saying, how can we work with you? And here are a few screenshots from different clients' accounts where that's happened. People just sending them messages, contacting them saying, can you price this? Can you quote this? I'm interested in your services. And when you get to that point in your business, it's very powerful because you've got this tap of organic inbound clientele that are already pre-sold on your solutions and services that consistently come to you. And that's also something that makes your business heavily saleable into the future as well. So in summary, we've talked about a number of different strategies here. Like I said, I wanted to go outside the box and share a few ideas that you might not have thought about with how to approach LinkedIn in a marketing sense. So you can take all of them. You can use a hybrid where you take 1 or 2 of them. You might go after one big contract. You might pursue 2 or 3 referral joint venture relationships. You might do 1 monthly Zoom or advisory event for your target clients. And you also might do some outbound, reaching out to clients directly. Or you might just focus on building your network, increasing your company followers so you can introduce a strategy down the track. So at the very least, make sure you're building your network every week and increasing those followers, because that gives you the flexibility to do other strategies down the track. So that's how to approach it. I recommend a hybrid model, having a couple of strategies working for you, because like I said, one client stream that you open up with one relationship could completely change your business and create new revenue that transforms how your company performs well into the future. So next thing to mention is a little bit about TDMA. We didn't start off as a LinkedIn marketing agency, but now we do LinkedIn exclusively for our clients in several different industries. What happened was we used to do Facebook advertising, Google advertising content, and we're almost like an in-house marketing department for our clients. And we laid in this LinkedIn strategy, and it started with 1 or 2 businesses. And I remember we were reaching out to sporting clubs that had a recovery center with a bunch of therapies and treatments that were great for athletes that were training heavily, and would say, hey, come in, check out the facilities, try some of the recovery treatments, see if they give your team an edge. And because there was no advertising involved and we're just reaching out to these local sporting clubs, getting a whole team in, a number of clients at once, that's quite a lucrative revenue stream if it gets pulled off and they keep reusing the facility. So we had clients tell other people about what we'd done on LinkedIn, And so people started asking us if we could do something similar for them using the LinkedIn platform. So we started by offering a LinkedIn service as a standalone service, and gradually saw that that was getting the most ROI for our clients. And then at one point in time, we made the decision to offer that exclusively moving forward. So we still have a few clients from back in the day where we do some of the other things, but now every client we work with, we're executing the strategies and what we showed you today on the LinkedIn platform to get them the highest possible lifetime ROI. So there's a couple of options that you have from here. Number one is you just follow us and learn for free. We put out tutorials. As you can see, we don't hold back here. We share the strategies that we're executing every day for our clients and for us. And if you don't work with us as a client, we want you to be able to go out and get results on your own. And the only thing we ask is that you give us a little shout out if you pull off a big deal or open up a new client stream in your business. The best place to do that and learn for free is our YouTube channel. We put strategies and tutorials up pretty much every week, showcasing exactly what we do on the LinkedIn platform. And it's kind of like a buffet. If you want to learn how to execute a particular strategy, jump on there, find the right video, and go ahead and drop it into your business. And like I said, we keep updating that with the latest strategies every single week. Option number two, if you feel like our expertise, us investing the time and energy into your business is better than you doing that, getting your head around the content, spending the time in the account and finding the people every day. As a business owner, you're better off getting someone else in to do that. Option two is where we can do it for you, and it's 100% risk-free. So we work with our clients for a minimum of 12 months, but we have a risk-free period where we'll jump in, do the work, and if you don't feel like you're going to generate a really handsome ROI into the future, we'll give you a full refund plus $100. So worst case scenario is you'll have a bigger network, you'll have more company followers, you'll have some great content out there, and you'll have $100 in your pocket. So that's the worst case scenario if you reach out. The only catch is that you have to be the right fit. We can't do this for everyone, and we're looking for clients who we know that, hey, if we can get you one or two deals or client streams opened up, it's going to more than cover the investment that you've paid to engage our services. So everything else is going to be upside. So happy to have a conversation and see if it is a fit for where you're at and if we can support you. We're going to focus, if you go down that path, on the highest lifetime ROI strategy. So like I said, we work with businesses in several different industries. So we've done all the tests and measuring. We know what works. So we can adapt and drop in the strategy that we feel will like move the revenue needle and the business growth needle the biggest for your business on LinkedIn. And we'll work with you on that process. Something really important to mention is we are capping clients that we're working with in 2022. So once we're full, there'll be no more spots available. So if you're watching this well into the future, there may not be a position open. So just reach out, have a chat. We'll let you know if we're full, because we really just want to focus on serving and going deep with the clients that we have. But just to give you an overview of what we'll be doing for you. So we'll be designing that highest ROI LinkedIn strategy for you every day, Monday to Friday, except for public holidays. We're in there doing the work for you to bring the client opportunities to you. Your job is just to step in when the time is right, to have that conversation with them and get the deal done. You don't have to worry about content. We'll handle all that for you. We'll write and produce, post it out. So you're building that brand, becoming that thought leader in your industry, and you don't have to get overwhelmed worrying about that. That's all handled because it goes hand in hand with the marketing strategy. We also strategize with you one-on-one on demand. So if you go, there's a specific client or project opportunity that I want to pursue, you book in with us and we build a strategy around it. You also might run into a situation with people that you're talking to and you're like, I feel like we need to add in another step or another part to the process. We'll work with you so we're getting the highest ROI and the highest conversion. So it's a collaborative process. We're on your team. We're essentially part of your marketing in-house department and working with you to get the best possible results. We also will build you a target client network every single day. So we'll be in there adding in those ideal dream clients and prospects Monday to Friday. So your network continually grows. So your prospect and client opportunity pool is ever expanding. And we'll also be increasing those company followers for you. So you know the brand's taken care of in the background. And everything's tracked. So you'll get a link to a live tracking sheet where you can open it up and see exactly where all the opportunities are, how everything's going and performing all on one page at any given time when we're working together. And like I said, it's completely risk-free. So if we get 30 days in and you go, I don't think this is going to work over the initial 12 months working together, we'll offer you a full refund and $100 in your pocket as well. So at least you walk away with a positive experience, and then we'll just be cheerleaders for each other's businesses on the sideline, and wish each other all the best. We've got a ton of success stories, client reviews and testimonials at thedigitalmarketingagency.com.au. So if you want to see some of the businesses we've worked with, their experience, you can head there and hear what they have to say about that. So if you're interested in option 2, which is us going ahead and executing this LinkedIn strategy for your business, like I said, it's probably going to be a hybrid. We'll be doing a few different things to maximize the ROI that we create for your business. Just send me a message on either LinkedIn or Facebook. So that's Aaron Whitnish, and say, look, I'm interested in option 2, you guys taking over our LinkedIn marketing, and we'll just start chatting back and forth there. Extract a little bit about who your ideal clients are, where you feel like there could be some good opportunities. And if we feel like there's a bit of synergy and opportunity, we'll jump on a Zoom, have a one-on-one chat, and see if it's a fit from there. And if there's a spot available, we'll invite you to come and work with us as a client. So that's option 2. I trust you've enjoyed this presentation. If you had any questions or anything wasn't clear, again, just contact me in private, send me a message, ask your question, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can to answer that. Thank you so much for your time. I trust it's been a good exchange. The time that you've invested and what you've learned will generate a much higher ROI into the future. Have all the best moving forward, and hopefully we're either working together or seeing you succeed on your own implementing these strategies. Have a great day.